You think you're healing, but what if you're just getting high? Welcome to the new addiction, the one that hides in plain sight, dressed up in yoga pants and smelling of sage. We're told to raise our vibration, to ascend, but what if all this reaching for the light is just a new way to run from our own shadow? So what is spiritual bypassing? Instead of dealing with it, cleaning it up, or putting out the flames, you just elegantly step over it to gaze at a beautiful rainbow in the distance. That, in a nutshell, is spiritual bypassing. It's ignoring the very real, very messy parts of being human in favor of a premature, counterfeit enlightenment. You've seen the posts, right? Good vibes only. It sounds so positive, so uplifting, but it's a trap. When a whole community insists on constant positivity, it can start to feel unsettling, like a Stepford Wives convention for the soul. Everyone's smiling these wide, empty smiles, refusing to acknowledge any negativity. It's a culture of forced happiness that leaves no room for real, human emotions like anger, grief, or fear. This isn't healing. It's emotional suppression on a grand scale, creating a fragile facade that shatters at the first sign of real-world trouble. So let me ask you this. Are you healing, or are you hiding? Look at the tools you're using. The crystals, the cards, the ceremonies. Are they helping you dig deeper into your own truth, or are they just a distraction? A way to feel like you're doing the work without actually doing it. It's easy to get lost in the aesthetics of spirituality, to collect the props and perform the rituals. But true transformation happens in the quiet, uncomfortable spaces within, not in the next workshop or the next shiny object. You have a roadmap, but then a new problem arises, and you need another reading and another. You start needing that hit of certainty just to get through the week, turning a tool for introspection into a crutch for indecision. But because you're anxiously refreshing your horoscope app, desperate for cosmic permission to make a decision. You're waiting for the planets to align before you can have that tough conversation or apply for that job. What you're really seeking is external validation. This isn't guidance anymore. It's a frantic outsourcing of your own intuition. And the collection grows. Your sacred space, once a source of peace, is now a cluttered hoard. Crystals piled up, half-burned candles everywhere, statues collecting dust. It looks more like a spiritual warehouse than a temple. Each item was bought with the promise of a solution: a crystal for anxiety, an oil for abundance, a statue for protection. But the mess just reflects the chaos inside. You've accumulated spiritual baggage, believing that the more you own, the more enlightened you'll become, when in reality, you're just burying yourself under it. The result of all this external searching? Paralysis. You stand at a crossroads in your life, unable to choose without consulting a pendulum or pulling a card. Your own inner compass is so quiet you can't even hear it anymore. Instead of trusting your gut, you're paralyzed by the need for a sign, for a guarantee. You've become so dependent on outside tools for answers that you've forgotten how to decide for yourself. You've traded your own powerful intuition for a state of perpetual confusion. This is the guru trap. You've become a puppet, and your strings are being pulled by someone else's ideology. You give away your power, piece by piece, to a teacher, a healer, or an influencer. You put them on a pedestal, convinced they have all the answers you lack. You see the crowds cheering, blindly following a charismatic figure you can't even see clearly. They promise you secrets, shortcuts, and enlightenment, but only if you follow their exact formula. It feels safe, but it's a cage. And it fosters a fix-me mentality. You start to see yourself as broken, as a project that needs constant maintenance from an outside expert. You lie on the table, whether literally or metaphorically, waiting for someone else to align your chakras, clear your energy, or heal your trauma. You become a passive recipient in your own healing journey, believing you are incapable of fixing yourself. You're waiting for a mechanic to tune you up, forgetting that you are the engine, the driver, and the entire vehicle. But here's the secret the best spiritual teachers have always known. True guides, true teachers, don't give you the answers. They don't fix you. They don't let you become dependent on them. True teachers simply hold a mirror up to you. They point you back to yourself, back to the inherent wisdom and power that has been inside you all along. We get lost in fantasies of ascending to the fifth dimension, of leaving this messy human world behind for some galactic utopia. We meditate on traveling through beautiful nebulae and starry galaxies, dreaming of a reality free from pain and struggle. It feels profound, it feels enlightened, but it's a fantasy. It's an elaborate daydream that allows us to avoid the life that's right in front of us. Smash cut from the cosmos to a sink full of dirty dishes. No amount of 5D visualization will pay your rent or do your laundry. Ignoring your real-world responsibilities in the name of spiritual pursuits isn't enlightenment. It's avoidance. True spirituality doesn't offer an escape from life. It gives you the strength to live it more fully. The real work isn't out there in the cosmos. The real work is here, on the ground. There's an old Zen proverb: before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Grounding is the work. It's feeling your feet on the earth. It's engaging with the physical world. It's doing the mundane tasks of life with presence and awareness. True spirituality is practical. It's found in the simple, repetitive, grounding actions of everyday existence. And that is where we find sovereignty, integration. It's not about choosing between the spiritual and the material, the 5D and the 3D. It's about bringing them together. It's paying your bills calmly while sipping your tea. It's cleaning your home with a sense of purpose. It's building a life where your spiritual practice supports your human experience, and your human experience enriches your spiritual practice. This is true power. This is living an integrated, sovereign life. We've explored the traps, the addictions, and the delusions, but how do we break free? How do we build a practice that is grounding, empowering, and truly healing? In our final episode, we're getting practical. We'll lay out the protocol for reclaiming your power and building a spiritual life that's authentic to you. Join us next time. Thanks for watching.